Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for educations and technology. So this channel is a cultural study channel where we investigate on what, why, how of every subject. So we investigating into the ancient Chinese culture, which including the Wing Chun culture. So in the past few days, I have shared many things on the short strike Wing Chun of the ancient, which is directly linked to the Chinese culture and linked directly to the Shaolin document. After that, there are many Wing Chun sifus contact me and discuss with me. And in the discussions, I found out something which I like to share with everybody tonight. We need to be really careful. And hopefully after these videos, many of our Wing Chuners know how to be careful on this stuff. So in the discussions with many Wing Chun Sifu, what I heard is, Hendrik, this is your way of Wing Chun, and this is my way of this Wing Chun, or this Grandmaster way of Wing Chun. So I asked this friend, I said, let's get it honest. Is it your way or it is Wing Chun way? Okay, do you know what is a Wing Chun way? Or it is just your way? Well, this is serious stuff, right? Is it Wing Chun? Or it is not? Well, you and I do not dictate what is Wing Chun. Wing Chun is being designed 100 years ago. No grandmaster after that design of Wing Chun dictate what is Wing Chun. Wing Chun's base, we like it or not, it is a sticking body short strike. It has to follow the Shaolin short strike basic. And today we know that if we read that Shaolin document, we don't even have 10% of what is inside there. That's how serious it is. But today you see, it's my Wing Chun, your Wing Chun, this Wing Chun, that Wing Chun. And thus I share with all the Sifu this few days who discuss with me. I say, you know why? You know what? I really respect Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee called what his way Jeet Kune Do. He doesn't call his way the Wing Chun. This is his Wing Chun, Bruce Lee's Wing Chun way. He didn't say that. He said Jeet Kune Do. Bruce is really respectable, honest, to the bottom line. That's why he is really respectable. And today, if we look at, you just turn on the YouTube, how many will claim that this is Wing Chun way? But you look at it serious, how many of this thing is actually fit into the Shaolin short strike canon, even for 1%? For example, you look around in the YouTube, everybody, you know, in the West or even in the China, you can see people say, you know what? The closest between 2 points is a straight line. So you often see that, to against the Western boxing jab, you just go straight line. Or against Western boxing hook, you just go straight line. Well, one must be kidding. The first thing, one have no idea what is Wing Chun. The second thing, one have no idea what is Western boxing. So it is valid you say that this is my way, Hendrik's way, but don't put it Wing Chun's way or my Wing Chun way because you don't know Wing Chun. This is a serious problem. We take a very, very serious problem today on Wing Chun. If we don't correct that, we don't have Wing Chun. Everybody agrees Xiu Lim Tao set is the core, the soul of Wing Chun, right? You look at today's Xiu Lim Tao sets. What are you develop in your Xiu Lim Tao sets? Somebody will took the Tai Chi style, put into the Xiu Lim Tao set and say this is their internal. Somebody will take Yi Quan and say that this is their mind way of Xiu Lim Tao. But what do one actually train in the Xiu Lim Tao sets? Let's face it, there's millions of people who practice Xiu Lim Tao, but what do you train? Do you know what is Xiu Lim Tao about? The answer is no. Xiu Lim Tao, in today's language, you know what is that? There are three levels. There are three levels in Xiu Lim Tao sets. The first level is, in today's language, neuromuscular pairing or synergy of the entire body, or neuromuscular connection, prime it, so that the entire body is the neuromuscular prime together. The connectivity, you activate the entire body. The second level is the neuromuscular proficiency. The third level of Xiu Lim Tao practice is you build strength after the neuromuscular proficiency. This is what, if you look at the ancient scripture, from the Shaolin Short Strike to the Wing Chun 1850s Xiu Lim Tao writing, that's what it is in today's language. So all this mind stuff is actually neuromuscular proficiency. And based on that, it developed the strength. So because of this neuromuscular proficiency, it be able to sense. Now you look around, how many people, how many millions of Wing Chuners develop this? Or it is just become a ritual. Oh, my Sifu said this, my grandmaster said this grandmaster said this, or this is Tan Pong Fo. And then I have to clamp my knees and all this kind of stuff. Well, you ask the question, when you practice that way, do you actually pairing your neuro and the muscular of your entire body? Do we do that or not? If we are not pairing the neuromuscular for the entire body, you know, even at the first level, the priming level, one is not going to get anything out from that sets. You know it. Because one will not be able to get to muscular proficiency. And one is not going to get up to the level of neuromuscular proficiency and now develop the strength, power, accelerations. You cannot do it because it's human body. The ancient agree with these three levels. So if you want the details of the neuromuscular priming or connection priming or synergy priming, as I put it here, put it in today's language, the entire body has to be synchronized, as in the Wing Chun Inception. That's based on the quinquit. So the entire body has to be prime, has to be synergy. So like the other day I showed that how the chi flow stuff. What chi flow is a part, one element. That is for the neuromuscular proficiency. So if we don't have this, we can say, oh, you know, this is Hendrik's way of playing Xiu Lim Tao, but don't call it Wing Chun Way, or don't call it Hendrik's Wing Chun Way, because there's no Wing Chun there. It is as clear as that. So the bottom line is, what have you developed? You can keep doing your Xiu Lim Tao. We can do everything we want. What do you develop? Say for example, if you put your elbow here, you push this thing out. You know that it's not going to link to your shoulder blade. And if you, at the same time, you lock your knee, you know your entire body is not going through the neuromuscular proficiency to develop a dynamic things. You lock the thing up. Science can prove that. And you know that using those kinds of training, you will not be able to get neuromuscular proficiency, and you will not be able to get strength. Facing Xu Xiaodong, our friend, you will not be able to face it. You look at how he trained in the MMA way. All is based on neuromuscular proficiency and strength and power and acceleration and speed. So this is the reality. I really think we need to follow Bruce Lee. If this is Hendrik's way, you say that this is Hendrik's way. Don't say it's a Wing Chun way. What's wrong to say it's Hendrik's way? What's wrong is to say it's in Bruce Lee's way. It's all respectable. However, to say that this is Hendrik's Wing Chun, now you got a problem. Now Hendrik screw up Wing Chun because Hendrik distorted Wing Chun. Because this is Hendrik's thinking, Hendrik's way. It's nothing to do with Wing Chun. So this is to share with you. I know many people might not like this, whatever I'm saying here, but this is about Chinese culture. Let me tell you one thing. About 11 years ago, one of the top Chinese scholar who know martial art, who is the top in the Buddhist meditations and all this Taoist Qi practice, who have already accomplished it. Yeah, 2009, I think. At his about 90-year-old something, he was crying because he know that his time is almost there. You know, people in the 90s. He was teaching in China. He was crying. He said, "How is all this happen? You guys don't have the basic of the Chinese culture. You don't have it, and thus right now is a broken, is a fault now. You know, like the vacuum. Chinese culture is not going to continue on because there's a gap there, a fault there, a breakdown there, and you guys do not know the basic of the Chinese culture." He was crying. There's still video there. So I bring this up is because it is in a critical time. That's why I decided to make this cultural Chinese culture channel. I don't want to do with this martial arts school fighting, who is the best fighter, who is the most authentic grandmaster. I don't want to get to that because now the ancient Chinese culture, the Wing Chun is on stake now, in the balance. Seriously, how many people actually read the Shaolin Sword Strike book? How many people can comprehend it? Without the basic of the ancient Chinese culture, like the Mr. Nan Huaijing, says, you will not be able to understand what it is. And thus the entire technology and entire culture will vanish in one generation. It's over. Not to mention that we keeping saying, oh, this is Hendrik's Wing Chun Way. What Wing Chun? Or is this just Hendrik using Wing Chun to make his reputations or making his marketing? So this is this series. If we look into a culture, if we love a culture, and of course I don't know it all, but what I know is there are tons of classical there that we all can study, and it is known, like Mr. Nan Huaijing at age of 90 still crying, said, how can this happen? I don't have people who I can pass this down after this much years, and you guys in Asia, you don't know about the Chinese culture, and also even you guys come back from the West, you still don't know the Chinese culture, you don't know the Western culture, and this thing is a breakdown. So this is a reality. I say this is because I know there are a lot of people who really care for Wing Chun. So this has to be straightened. There are a lot of books need to be studied. Ancient. Don't follow me. All this book is just to prime the basic, so that hopefully many of the young generation go really study what is Wing Chun, instead of go flowing around my Wing Chun. You can see sometimes one teacher teaches 10 students in the past generations, and 10 students all have their own Wing Chun way. Are you serious? So this is to share with you today. It's about culture. It's not about who is the authentic grandmaster or who is what. Those are movie. We talk about culture, a culture which is almost dying.